Hello, this is Tammy Pie, and I'm here to show off some decks and just kind of ramble. I had a wonderful Saturday. I got to be in I attended 3 different lives yesterday, which was just so much fun. I hung out in the 3 Girls 1 Deck group where they did the 21 questions tag, which was super fun. It's always good to hear those girls. And then I switched over to Simon's Cup of Ketchup and Cards, where he kindly shouted me out. So I got some new subscribers. Welcome. Also, at the end of the day, starting at 3 o'clock my time, Pacific, Kelly from the Truth and Story came on and showed off her new Nelly deck, which I'm very excited about. It's on pre-order on her website, thetruthandstory.com, if you're interested. She's done a couple of videos and is about to do the kind of walkthrough of the whole deck. It's a very exciting deck, worth a pre-order. I'm sure after the pre-order there will be other decks available, but pre-order is always fun because she does it kind of like a Kickstarter type deal where you get extras during the pre-order. And it was really fun to be back in one of Kelly's lives. I used to be in Kelly's lives every week. I loved going over there. And it's interesting because there were a lot of people in the chat that used to be in the lives and that I hardly ever get a chance to interact with in a real way, despite having spent years of my life seeing them every Saturday in the chat. It was also just really nice to be in the 3 girls because the 3 girls they're comfortable with each other. It's like going to lunch with some friends. And the Simon's chat is always just a very comforting place to me. It's a safe place. People are gentle there. They're kind to each other, which is nice. So I'd missed being in the chat with those people at that time, with Kelly being our fearless leader. But, people move on, things change, and I can live with that. I was just glad to be there and felt really good being around all those other people that I enjoy. So this morning, I woke up to a new video from my friend Nat over at, Sanskrit Blue. And she'd just gotten a new copy of the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot, and she got it in a really good deal. Dame Darcy's sale with the Witch Cat Tarot, and she was had a really good time unboxing that, and that was fun to watch. And I am a big fan of Dame Darcy and her Mermaid Tarot. I also enjoy the Queen Alice Tarot. And I have an old, I think she made these on make playing cards, but these were the first edition decks. And I'm so happy to have this one. It's a little bit different than the ones you get now. It's a little more playing card-esque. There are some other There are some cards which have since been switched around because she took some images from other artwork, and people were up in arms about it. I never was, because I painted from other people's stuff too and learned from it. At any rate, I really enjoy this deck. I spent a lot of time with it, and I actually chased it down because by the time I came into TarotTube and learned about this deck, this early edition had sold out, and I wanted this kind of cardstock. It shuffles really beautifully. It's just regular cards, you know? But this deck in particular has been with me all over the place. I take it with me everywhere I go. So it has a sacred feel to it. It smells really good. Smells like the beach, and oils that I've over time have put on my hands and on the deck itself. And it's just a good old friend. So I had a really good time there in the chat with my old friends, and met new people. There's always new people coming in to these lives, which is nice. And you can only say so much. You can only reply or address people in small ways, but that's fine. It's us getting together, enjoying each other's company, and the leaders of the chat, the people who bravely come on. And this is Kelly's Journey Oracle, and this is a larger size. I've edged it so that the sides will kind of go with the back. And these are the card form of her journey tokens, which have a little glyph here, and then the name of the glyph and a keyword, and they're watercolored. I have no idea. This one is plant energy, so you can take another oracle, or you can just roll a die. She includes a die with this, and pick a plant. Same with the crystal, you can do the same thing. Oop. The lower. There are 4 of these circle things, so you have child, adult, elder, something like that. Intuition, grounding. Anyway, it's a great deck. And I followed Kelly, like I said, every Saturday. And when she did this Journey Oracle system, I was all in. I have everything she's done, including the Story in Color Lenormand. Sorry. And it's exciting when your YouTube friends create something. I'm going to show you another. This is Colin. I don't know his last name. I'm sorry. Colin is an artist and a YouTube content creator. His channel is Ocean Dry, maybe, or something like that, but I'll try and link it below. This is the Ocean Dry Tarot, which I had in one of my earlier videos as a favorite pip deck, but it's so much more. I watched while Colin made this deck and listened to his process and the story that's contained in here, and the idea of taking certain colors and certain suits and how that would pull the story through. Love that. Now, when he first did this, there was talk about him publishing the deck, and at first he didn't publish it. He gave a few samples to a few people, and there was a lot of ha about, oh yeah, we all want this, do it. But people who do tarot, like my new friend Donna said, are sensitive. We're a sensitive bunch. And he got overwhelmed and didn't put it out. And then he reached out to a few people who had encouraged him and sold the deck to them. And I was one of those people. I bought 3 decks from him. There's also a Henry and a Rose, which are Marseille style decks. The Henry, though, is, well, let me show it to you. I didn't pull it out because it's such an unusual thing. That for a lot of people, this is not going to even be something you could deal with at all. But for me, I remember him doing this on Instagram and putting it together, and the story and the wonderful. This is a deck that not anybody can deal with, but it is a fabulous work of art. Every front and back is different. It contains the story of a sick child. Anyway, yeah, Colin. So he had to kind of stop and pull back. Eventually he did publish Ocean Dry. I don't know if he published Henry and Rose, but everyone was really happy to see it published. And I'm happy to see other people using it and enjoying it. Here's another one that I watched being made and I just love. This is Mystic Masters by Danny Mystic. And this is the first edition of this. She's since done some work on it and recolored some stuff. But I love this deck. I didn't think it needed fixing at all. She's also got the Pear Court Oracle, I think. King of Wands. Ugh, just delightful. Delightful. Tarot. Okay, so that's first edition of Mystic Masters. We can also talk about Moon Baby by Brant Palazzo, who is what's his channel. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm really bad about keeping track of people's names, even like regular human names. So this is a first edition of the Moon Baby with the cute pink edges, and this is a reimagining of the hoi polloi, which is just, it's genius. Brant is a person who, if you watched his stuff, he is a great lover of the RWS. And he's also an artist, a baker. And I love reading with this. I've read at festivals with this. And it is just very clear and simple and easy to read. Because it's got all the stuff, right? No extra hard astrological or planetary associations. It's just plain and simple RWS. And I'm so glad that he made something like this, because I was never gonna do the hoi polloi. The prices of it and the cardstock quality. When you see people showing off their hoi polloi, it's got really terrible cardstock. Some of the decks are even faded because of the beautiful bright colors. Okay, here's one. I love this one. I showed this one before, but still. There's another YouTube person, Julie at Peekaboo Rose, did this amazing little mini Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And you can get this at Make Playing Cards, the Notorious JBG Pocket, I think. How cute is that with the badgers? Oh my God. Yeah. So that was fun to watch her going through that process, and to see somebody who's not a painter necessarily, but she did several decks. The BTS deck, the Pip deck that she did with the pens and the paintbrushes and the buttons, just brilliant. Here's a long out of print deck that this person, Aubrey something or other, it used to be the Witchbone Tarot. She's another one who just had to pick up her stuff and go home, basically, because she is a sensitive person. She's an astrologist, but this is an absolutely super simple. This is called the Witchbone Tarot, and yet very deep, very meaningful tarot that you never see because it's out of print. And what if people get mad at me? You know what? You could be mad at me if you want, but I miss seeing this around, where it has all these beautiful animals, this fantastic 3 colors, black, gray, and red. And I really enjoy it. But you hardly ever see it anymore because it's out of print and people are afraid to show their out of print decks. Which is a shame. It's ridiculous. Some people want to look for the out of print decks. Some people, they're on the hunt. It's a fun thing to go look for stuff. Here's one This is a deck by Jessie Driscoll with a book by our Rachel Pollock. And this is a great deck. Again, why aren't more people showing this deck off? This is an RWS with crystal skulls and hand spun wool. And this woman, Jessie, took her crystal skull collection and her grandmother's tablecloth and created this wonderful crystal skull tarot. The Empress. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so crystal skull tarot. I think she still has some of these decks, but not many. She only did one print run of this, so it's kind of a rare deck. Let's talk about some less rare stuff. I watched while Cris-Anne created this one, the Light Seers Tarot. And I remember seeing these images and seeing people talk about them and how beautiful they were while she was painting them and showing them. Look at the puppy. This is a Six of Cups. That's wonderful Six of Cups. There are people who still call this their favorite, their soul deck. But there are other people who say there's faces here, not enough body diversity. It's been called the hipster deck. Okay. Because she had good sales on the deck, because the deck has reached people all over the world, opened up tarot to people who might not have otherwise thought about it. I still love this deck. I did the whole indie thing, but the mass market version, just as good. Works just as well, shuffles a little better. Okay, so that's a super popular one that I watched get created online. Here's another really popular deck that we watched with great interest. This is the Gentle Tarot by Mari in the Sky. This is the little pocket edition with the sparkly edges. But this is a wonderful nature-based, the gentlest of tarots, with beautiful animal energy and natural elemental energy. And, you know, it got really, really popular. And people started saying, well, this is too popular. Okay. Still great deck. Still fun deck. Entertaining deck. A beautiful, sweet, wonderful artist. Super gentle, super kind. Okay. Let's look at this for a second. These are the Jamie Sawyer's Lenormand tiles. And I have a set of the 1909 RWS tiles she did in the hex form too, but This was the first one I got. And I got it right when she first put these out. And can you hear? Can you hear the the sound of these tiles is really very satisfying. She still sells some tiles, but is kind of moving away from that now. There have been, since these came out, people who have done their own kind of tiles. But I really enjoyed these. And it was really fun to watch her process. It was fun to watch her paint. It was fun to watch her do the acrylic on these tiles. It was fun to watch her get into doing the boards, and all the different things that she, put into her business. And yeah, they're kind of expensive. But I feel fortunate to have been around at a time when that was being done. Okay, so 26 minutes, all right. There has been some discussion, people getting mad about elitism or spending too much money on stuff or all that. I'm not going to get into it necessarily, I don't think. But it's a drag when people start yelling at other people about not doing things the right way or not approaching their YouTube channel with enough sensitivity, or I don't know, but hopefully I didn't say anything that made anybody mad at me, but I love these people. I love watching their process. I enjoy using these tools that they've made for us, and I am really grateful. I'm grateful for benebellwen. This is the first edition of the Spirit Keepers Tarot. I was one of those people who was paying attention, and I was one of those people who ordered it quickly. So I am one of those people who has the first edition. And I've seen people sell this along and sell it for to give the money to charity. I thought that was kind of nice. Actually, I'm sure Benebell felt great about that. I have been fortunate enough to actually meet Benebell, and she's super gentle and super sweet, and I got nothing bad to say about her. I hope she continues making content. I hope more people get the Spirit Keepers Tarot and understand it and enjoy it, because I do. And I want to keep seeing people using it. And if you have these decks, you can get a matching bag from Moonlit Fae. So I don't know if anything I said is at all useful, but I just, it was Sunday and I had time, and I'm fresh off a bunch of great live YouTube videos and some really nice community, pleasurable, enjoyable content by some really great people. So I will try and leave some links down below so that you can follow them, and thanks for coming.